my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Sailor Rock, yeah. Got me when it's cool, yeah. Keep one, move, yeah. You my little baby boo, yeah. I love you like my favorite color blue, yeah. Real spill, yeah. I'd rather be a broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be a VIP with her.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's AFC South matchup featuring two quarterbacks ready to go head-to-head. It's Blake Bortles and the Jaguars taking on Deshaun Watson and the Texans.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. To the 29.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go!
Here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hudson. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. He's in the MVP race, no doubt. Last year, Zeke finishing 3rd. Fournette trying to better that.
Love his body control. Love how he's physical yet fluid when he runs his routes. And that's why he finds himself open so often.
Picking up where he left off in that great performance a week ago. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing is Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
12 more yards there and another first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Throwing now is Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with a big back Fournette. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4-down territory from the start. And here, they won't wind up with a touchdown, but they do get a great consolation prize as they convert and pick up a 1st down inside the 5.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go. 1, 9,
On second down, here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. and that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On second down, here's Bortles. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this. Now the offense lining up first and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, left.
On play action, it's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about. until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hudson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Now a play fake here on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Ohio! Here we go!
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Leonard Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go!
To throw on second is Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big-time play there for the Texans. 41 yards. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go!
Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go!
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ohio! Let's go!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Bortles now on first down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That'll be taken in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
Here's Watson now on second down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Watson trying to get his guys moving. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this one is incomplete. So we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Green, the tight end, in motion. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Bortles going to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, The guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Watson looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Throwing is Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt.
From midfield, here's Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's Bortles, the quarterback, slow to get up. Looks like he's going to need a moment or two. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules. By declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Watson now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hudson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 17 yards to pick up there. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go! Ohio!
To the air yet again, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And it work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Watson on 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Lamar Miller stops short of the sticks. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Runs through the contact. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
This is Fournette. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now Bortles. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they have going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dewan Smoot. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. The catch made by Miller. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Pass incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Flex round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Let's go. 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Here we go.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Jaguars getting set to go. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Bortles going to look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.